Do lighter skinned individuals lead a more comfortable life than dark skinned individuals? Possibly. This is quite a difficult statement to comment on, especially since there are so many different angles from which it can be interpreted. So before I even expose the angle from which I will offer an answer, allow me to first ask you a question. Can you think of anyone who is over 65 years old? If the answer to that is yes, then I'd just like to remind you that the country we're living in is younger than whichever person just came to mind. So it's usually hard to get a firm grasp on the temporal perspective of things, but from a historical context at least, we're still quite a young country. I believe it's fair to call it so when there are many people who have led much longer lives. So we were just not too long ago ruled by another nation, and this has influenced what we're seeing now by a greater deal than we might have originally appreciated. So, with that preamble, let's get back to the actual question. Do lighter skinned individuals lead more comfortable lives than dark skinned individuals? Most of the persons who are leading comfortable lives happen to be light skinned. So, I would not say it is actually a function of their skin tone. I would instead attribute it to the not so distant history which we just discussed, where back then lighter skinned individuals were more likely to be educated, more likely to be wealthy, more likely to be in the higher social class, and these things, amongst others, would play much greater roles in being determinants of comfort in one's life than their skin tone. But over time, this link will, of course, weaken if it hasn't already even completely deteriorated. And as we stand where we stand now in the history of things, many dark people are leading very comfortable lives. And there are many light skinned individuals who aren't leading comfortable lives as well. So we could be at an interesting pivot, so to speak.